Thank you, Dominic. Okay, our next speaker is the vice president of PundiX, and she's going to share with us a lot about blockchain and its new application. Please welcome Ms. Peko Won. Our staff, please assist Peko with the headphone set. Thank you, sir. Hello, Peko.
Hey.
Please take the stage.
I don't have a clicker, so thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining these sections. We are one of the blockchain startup in the field, and we started last year, and we are now shipping over 5,000 devices in the world, smart devices, to enable the blockchain transactions. So my name is Peko. I was born in Hong Kong, raised in Taiwan, and I joined this company headquartered in Singapore. And our company has recently listed by KPMG and H2 Venture as one of the top 50 innovative fintech startup. So what do we do? So our mission, so far a lot of people, they've heard about blockchain. However, the blockchain seems very difficult terms for them. And may I ask, how many of you have done any transactions on the blockchain? Would you raise your hand, including cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Very few. So I would say less than 5%. So does other people in the world. There are less than 5% population in the world in being in touch with the blockchain technology. So here is our team. We have over 80 engineers, and so we are very much R&D based. So we have seen a barrier of blockchain technology in our daily life. So people were thinking like crypto is not ready for the mass adoption. However, the blockchain technology is very good. As Dominic, there's a lot of good features of this technology. But how do we make it more massively adopted in our daily life? So we're seeing there's a bad user experience, confirmation time could be an issue, and the price volatility of the crypto. So we solved this problem. Our company solved this problem. How do we do it? So we have a point-of-sale device, which I have in hand right now. And this device is blockchain-based, and it will enable the normal consumer like you and me to do very easy and instant transaction on the blockchain. So what you do is you have either a mobile phone apps or a card, which is like this, just like the metro card, like a yo-yo car in your hand, and then you tap this machine, and then you complete the crypto transaction. That's it. So we lower the technical barrier for most of the consumer in the world, and we hope to bring this technology to be in more and more places and countries who needed the blockchain for the payment. So what we do is that you can actually transfer your cryptocurrency to our X Wallet, which is our mobile phone app. And then you can directly interact with, pay directly with your Bitcoin or Ethereum or other cryptocurrency or blockchain-based tokens on our point-of-sale system. We are integrating more and more blockchain on our point-of-sale device. And also, you can use a card, like Metro card, to pay or top up the cryptocurrency in the card. Nowadays, we have over 200,000 registered users for X Wallet, which is less than 6 months of launch. And it's still increasing. So we see the uptake of the cryptocurrency actually quite huge and grow a lot in this area. And also, we have shipped, I just said that we have shipped thousands of point of sales devices in the merchants, distributors, and we ship over 30 countries in the world. And also in Q1, we have over 3.9 million transaction worth, US dollar worth of transactions in Q1 2019. Here is our exposed merchant in the world. We see there's a lot of uptake from Latin America, which their currency has been very much devaluated over the time. And then they see this cryptocurrency could be their way to pay or the store of value in their life. And not only for the Bitcoin or Ethereum transaction, and we are also helping the cities or countries to put their daily transaction on the blockchain. So one of the projects that we work with is the real estate projects. We call Limestone Network. They are building a smart city in Cambodia. In these cities, everyone will be take everything on the blockchain, and it's digitalized. So in our solution, even though you don't have a phone, as long as you have the card, you can also conduct the blockchain-based transactions, which means that there are a lot of people who don't have the access of the digital device, or they are unbanked. They will be able to benefit from the transactions, daily transaction on the blockchain, because every transaction on the blockchain will be recorded, and then it becomes your credit record. So you can own this credit history, so that in the future, the financial service company will come to you, providing you service based on the credit history that you had recorded on the blockchain. And also, we are partner with our Dubai partner, which called eBook. They are also the fintech company in Dubai, and they are working with the credit bureau to put the digital currency, their digital currency on the blockchain. So in the future, you will see you can pay tuition, you can pay taxes through the stores that has the exposed machines, and then people can actually pay through anywhere, with or without the smart devices. Everything will be on the blockchain. And so our solution is quite flexible. That you can, a lot of companies actually in contact with us that issue their tokens. Either the traditional business, they want to tokenize their loyalty points, or the blockchain company, they issue their tokens. They want their tokens to have real-world use cases. So they will actually work with us, customize the cards, and as well as to list their tokens on our ecosystem. And this is our open platform. There are only 5 easy steps for every companies that would like to put their solution on the blockchain to use our ecosystem to pay with your tokens, or you can sell your tokens through the merchants or physical store in the world. And we are helping you to reach more customers and users. So in a decentralized web, people share your data with a particular service provider. For example, if you upload the photos on the Facebook, your data is safe with the Facebook. However, in the future, actually, all those developers working for your data, you have your data on the blockchain, and people develop apps that make your life more convenient. You don't have to log in each service or worry about whether your data has been leaked or not. So this is the beauty of the blockchain, and then we want to make either payments, your daily payment, your records have been recorded on the blockchain so that the developer can work for you because of your data has been shared, and then also your data has been valued highly by others. Here is our contact information. If you would like to contact us, please feel free to do so. We're happy to talk to you regarding our service. We will also, actually later this year, we will also launch the first blockchain phone in the world. That everything that you do, including making phone calls, sending messages, and uploading files, is all recorded on the blockchain. This is something that we're experimenting in the next few years. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing with us, Peko. Thank you very much. No, we're going to discuss about blockchain application and the relationship of blockchain to smart city building. In this panel discussion, we're very honored to invite crypto congressman Mr. Jason Shu to be our moderator. Jason, would you please join me on the stage? Let's welcome Jason. Sir, please.
Great. First of all, welcome to Innovex. As shared by the host, my real name is Jason Shi. It's not nickname go by crypto congressman. And I'm a legislator and a member of parliament from Taiwan. And my background is technology entrepreneurship. Before joining the parliament, I'm a technology entrepreneur. And so after I become a member of parliament, I'm making my mission to remove legal barrier for technology legislation. I'm also known for promoting and advocating Taiwan as a blockchain tech island, and also pushing for the cryptocurrency legislation. And most recently, I am working on developing the very first security token offering regulations. So in next month, the month of June, Taiwan will be issuing the first ever security token regulations. Obviously, my dear friend from IOTA, CEO and co-founder of IOTA Foundation, Dominic Schneer. Welcome. Please have a seat. Yeah. Peko Wang, Vice President of PundiX. Peko, welcome. And also Jeff McDonald, co-founder and NAME Foundation. Welcome, Jeff. Let's grab a seat here. Yeah. Yeah, so this is exciting. We are talking about building a smart solutions for blockchain, and actually at the heart of Asia. And I think I shared a little bit about our development in regulations. But, you know, a lot of times I feel blockchain is a solution begging for problems. And I know all of you actually are developing real applications for blockchain. And I feel that's what the industry is needed the most for the moment. So why don't you just spend a few minutes talking a little bit about your organization, your product, and some of the latest technology or problem that you're trying to solve.
Thank you, Jason. And so PundiX is a company that uses the hardware to allow people to actually use blockchain technology in their daily life. So our company our first product is point of sales device, and the next product will be the phone. And we believe that there will be more and more devices empower the blockchain. And recently, because we see this trend, and we set up a legal entity in Taiwan, because Taiwan play a very important role in terms of the smart device manufacturing and its design. So this is a great place for us to be in and to work with the local manufacturers and to manufacture the blockchain-powered devices to enable more blockchain technology to be used by more people. So this is our plan, and also for the future. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very exciting, and I think what's common on this stage is that these are the real solution providers working on real world problems. And as a lawmaker and also someone with an entrepreneurial background, I look at things not only from a lawmaking perspective, but I'm looking at how does something like blockchain, a technology, can fundamentally change the way we live and the way we do business and the way we perceive of our social economic system. And I want to just talk a little bit about some of the policies that Taiwan is driving, and which I like to ask for your help and participation. We are now developing our national EID system, which will be our new digital ID based on a decentralized system on blockchain. And we're looking at integrate our social security data, our healthcare data onto this digital ID system. And we believe something like this would drastically change the way we operate our economic system and also provide a more efficient and better and secured system for data collecting, data sharing, and also data storage. So I want you to talk a little bit about your experiences working with governments. What are some of the real cases that you've done with governments around the world? And how can you be a part of what Taiwan is hoping to achieve?
So for us, we are working with the government to tackle the issues regarding financial inclusions. So there are some countries actually more than 50% of the people still unbanked. So those people, they have no access to bank account or financial service, and the government has a difficult time to help them. So what we do is that for example, like Indonesia, they have a project for the farmers actually, and there's a company, they will collect the real-time crop information from the farmers, and the farmers will be awarded with tokens. So those tokens can be used in the grocery store as they can buy fertilizer, they can buy seed. And at the same time, when the farmer use those tokens, their transaction records has been recorded. So that becomes their credit history. So this is the things that the government love to see those unbanked people being digitalized. So blockchain technology actually can help to do that. So this is something that we work on. And also we work with the Dubai government, the credit bureau. They want to put the digital currency on the blockchain. So they can actually see the people can actually pay taxes and also as well as tuitions, everything on the blockchain. And the information can be shared across from different platforms. For example, if you have medical records, I think one of the advantage of blockchain technology is that you take data very seriously and as well as being shared amongst each permissioned parties.
Yeah, this brings me to my next question regarding privacy and blockchain security. And these two issues actually have been dominating the discussion floor of the blockchain and this space. One of the things I've always wondered is that we've seen mainstream companies moving into this space, building solutions for blockchain. For example, Facebook just announced their coin, right? And other companies, IBM, have also building their own chain. But to me, as a lawmaker, as a legislator, I still think that privacy and blockchain security are two of the most critical areas that the technology must address so that we can truly promise a very safe environment to store our data. I was just in Seoul 2 weeks ago. I got pitched by a company who is building a encrypted messenger system that basically store all your data on blockchain in a decentralized format. So I want to turn this question to, first of all, Dominic, since you are also a technologist by heart, what is some of the most challenging obstacles in terms of the blockchain privacy and security? And what are some of the solutions you and your team are working on to address this? You have anything to add to that?
Right. I think for us, we are in the process of developing a blockchain. And we thought about because when you put your data on the blockchain, how do you encrypt it and decrypt it? So only, for example, we put messaging and also files, images on the blockchain. And then there is only people who get your public keys can, for example, if you give an authorization to the people that, for example, to see your pictures, and then people will see your picture through the protocol address. This is something that you are willing to share, right? And this works similarly to the internet right now. What's different is that today's internet world, you are storing your own data in a server, which is a centralized server. Once the servers get hacked, everything get hacked. So we're thinking to kind of like sharing all the data into pieces, so that other people will be difficult to actually if they don't have your keys, they actually cannot put the data all together. So this is the private part of how to encrypt the data. So back to the topics, there's always a risk of the data being hacked. But what the blockchain technology should do is to give an extra layer of the encryption, and also to how do we solve the issues of storing data into different devices. This is something that we are exploring and need to make more efforts on it. Yeah.
Sure. The next question is regarding to devices. This is something that's really close to my heart, and I'm a big believer in IoT and what Taiwan can contribute to this special development of the blockchain technology. If you just look at it, the ICT industry and the semiconductor, Taiwan is ready for this. But my question is always around what's stopping us? IOTA has been around for a number of years, and you've been doing extremely well, but I haven't seen any massive adoptions. Why? What's stopping us? What's blocking us? PundiX, you are dealing with a situation where it's point of sales, it's a post system, and it can completely disrupt our retail industry. But I haven't seen any massive use cases. NAME also promises a great public chain that is ready for adoption, but I haven't seen any major impact. What's blocking us? I'm the regulator. I'm here to blame. So share with us how come we haven't got to that tipping point, Peko?
For us, because we are dealing with in between fiat, which is the local currency, and the cryptocurrency. There's a lot of regulations on the fiat side. So for compliance, we have to implement KYC in our app. Actually, we have a very advanced KYC inside our app, the X Wallet app, which you can do like a facial recognition of your ID and then to help you go through a KYC process. So this is one of the things that like a regulatory requirement that we need to comply with that would stall a little bit time for mass adoption, and also create a user barrier for using a particular service. But however, we have to comply that. And as well as when we are shipping out a device, we have to comply with different requirements like CE, FCC, TRA, everything. So we comply with those regulatory requirements when we ship those machines, devices to those countries. So this is another part. And the third part is that, for example, if you do blockchain transactions, there are a lot of human errors. If you are not advanced users know how the blockchain operated, for example, you might lose your private key and then you will lose your assets forever. So how do we encounter those issues for the regular consumer, like mainstream consumer, to encounter these issues? What if you lose your private key? How do you retrieve it? So this is something that we work on to how to make blockchain more easier for the mainstream to adopt it so that they can easily grasp, use these technologies. This is something that we really, really need to work on.
Yeah, I used to say blockchain needs to be a lifestyle. It needs to affect our daily lives so that people can feel the benefit of it. And talking a little bit about regulatory environment, I would say that for governments around the world to create something like Sandbox, which is a regulatory testbed. In Taiwan, I've legislated 2 laws that are addressing this concern. One is for financial technology. We now have a fintech regulatory sandbox where you can operate without legal liability for 3 years. For your case, actually, it deals with financial transaction. So you're welcome to apply for our fintech sandbox. Okay, not much. But perhaps the last question for you all. What do you envision 10 years from now? You know, this year is particularly interesting as it's the 10th anniversary of the Satoshi's white paper. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this bear market, you know, is going to kill everyone, and this is just a hype, and, you know, blockchain will never, ever going to be successful. You know, when internet first came out, people said, oh, this thing is so strange, it's so evil. Governments have no way of regulating it. But look at it today. We cannot live without internet. What do you all see in the next 10 years for what you are doing?
For me, our company, I'm hoping in the next 10 years, the devices that we are making to make blockchain technology more adopted by more people. And mostly importantly, more people get involved, with the blockchain and use the blockchain technology to make their information more valuable. I think the blockchain can really power the individuals. So if there's any company want my data, they have to purchase from me. And especially for those content creator, there will be benefit a lot from the blockchain technology as well. So this is something that's from my side. Yeah.
So for me, I hope I don't have to ever have to explain what blockchain is. Yeah, I've always got asked this question quite a bit. It's like, so explain to me what blockchain is in 3 minutes. Like Dominic says, it just works. So I think if we can all work together to achieve this, blockchain just works will be the ultimate vision that we are creating together. And I heartfeltly believe that, we as a humanity are at a point in history that blockchain has given us another opportunity to make things right. Internet was created, and then today all the data was somehow centralized and controlled by giants. But blockchain has given us an opportunity to share and to develop coexistence. So I envision a financially inclusive world where everyone can have access and liberty of their own data and being able to transact money and live with dignity. So with that, we'll close today's panel. Thank you all very much for joining, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Congressman, and thank you, panelists. Before we wrap up, can I invite you to have a group photo together? Congressman, please. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we wrap up today's forum. Don't forget, tomorrow we have more forums coming up. Tomorrow we have experts and successful entrepreneurs here to share with us their experience and tell us more about the startup ecosystem. Thank you, lady, and thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. And also, tomorrow afternoon is the final pitch contest. This year, the total prize of our pitch contest has reached $420,000 US. Which startup company is going to take home the grand prize? Please come join us and find out. Have a very good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I think it's a great opportunity to connect with consumers directly and also with various businesses. We also realize what's the market size and try to connect with other companies. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Suntory,
T-Mobile, and HJC, and Hero, Amazon, Walmart,
Ford Auto, and also talk to Amazon as well.
like the Japanese company, they are interested in our product. Toyota, Pioneer, Honda, Continental, and Bosch, Denso,
Apple, Asus, Acer, HP, and Huawei. They are all very interested in our solution.
And we find a lot of the buyer and the distributor and a very good partner, including some system integration company or Japanese company.
a lot of Japanese ask about our diverse and people from Canada, from India. We also get to talk to one of the local computer manufacturers in China.
Like America, China, Korea, Japan.
I know there are a few from Italy, a few from France, a few from Southeast Asia, and yeah, we're interested in all of it.
There's some people from the California state government and also some people from the U.S. government. For example, the LEAD, their training department reached to us. Hope that we can provide